What is up, Dangerous Alliance? It's me, JT Dangerously. Thought I'd stream this afternoon to talk about the recapping what happened this morning in the night Block A's matchups in the G1 Climax, and we got a three-man race. It's a three-man race to the finals. Now we had Tanahashi getting a big win over Evil, so he's at 12 points. Switchblade getting a big win over Yoshihashi with 10, and Okada getting a big win over Minoru Suzuki, and he is at 10 points. So Block A is really down to three guys: Switchblade Jay White, Kazuchika Okada, and the leader Hiroshi Tanahashi. Now with Tanahashi having Evil next, not Tanahashi. Tanahashi's getting Elgin next. Okada's getting Evil next, and Switchblade. I don't know who he has left, but I really think it's a two-man race in Block A. I think it's Okada or it's going to be Tanahashi's. Now, I don't know what how is this clinching thing is going to happen, because if Tanahashi wins, does he win the block? If he loses, does Okada still have a chance, or does Tanahashi have to win the two matches to win the block overall? So Block A this morning was really good. I can't deny that. Hangman Page with a big time win over Makabe, his biggest win in his first G1. So I was happy to see that. What else happened? Evil and Tanahashi was a great match. Surprisingly, Tanahashi hit everything as Evil on Evil and beat him. So that was a big time win for the Ace, and doesn't get any easier with Elgin, even though Elgin does have a torn bicep, just like Tanahashi. So it's the battle of the torn biceps in that matchup next in Block A. And the Okada-Suzuki match. My goodness, what a war that was. Okada finding a way to win. And once again, Suzuki has not beaten Kazuchika Okada one-on-one. And Okada is right there. He's still in that conversation to win a block. And I still think he can win a block, because somebody's going to slip up. Either Tanahashi's going to slip up or Switchblade's going to slip up. And I think Okada, has this block handled. Even though I know Sparky is a huge Tanahashi fan, he's going to slip up. I don't know if he has to beat Elgin and Okada to win this block, but he's going to slip up. Because this Block A, and I've been saying it, Block A may not be the best block, but we have a lot more upsets in this block. We had Switchblade over Okada and Tanahashi, Yoshihashi beating Michael Elgin, and Hangman beating Makabe. So Block A doesn't always have the best matches, but they live up with the shock value for sure in Block A. But I still think it would be interesting to see Tanahashi versus the B block winner. That would be interesting. I got that feeling it's gonna be Okada for some insane reason, because I think Tanahashi has to win his two matches to win the block. I don't know yet, so if you guys know what this clinching scenario is for Tanahashi to win the block or Okada, let me know in the chat box. We got a couple comments from Philip Roberts. It was amazing. Yeah, it was two of the two best matches in Block A this morning were definitely Evil and Tanahashi and Suzuki Okada. That is for sure, Philip Roberts. My great subscriber Sparky Go Ace and Philip Roberts going Go Ace. Yeah, man, for somebody who still has a torn bicep and he's still getting these big time wins, and including myself, I thought Evil was going to win that match because we needed a big upset. But do not count out Michael Elgin. Even though he has a torn bicep, he can still go with anybody. Even though he got a big win over was it Bad Luck Fale with the help of Tama Tonga. Once again, the bullshit continues with the Tongans not caring about the G1 and just continuing to break the rules because they are rule breakers. Rules are meant to be broken, and they're breaking every rule in the game. Even though a lot of people don't like it, they're just making a point, which I totally understand for sure. But to do it at almost every match, and one of my subscribers, Kane Gaiman, said the refs are kind of stupid for not throwing out Tongaloa to start the match, and he's absolutely right. Even though I love Red Shoes, he definitely needs to step up because, well, he did go like this to Tama Tonga, and he did have a chair in his hand in front of Minoru Suzuki, which is damn near suicide. But Red Imuno is one of my favorite referees in New Japan. He's one of my favorites. Other than Tiger Hattori, Red Shoes is the top referee in New Japan Pro Wrestling coming from me. Then we go into Saturday's matchups in Block B, and man, we got some real good ones. I mean, you got Goto versus Tama Tonga, which I can see Goto getting a win there. You got Zack Sabre Jr. versus Juice Robinson, and maybe another challenger for Juice for that U.S. title. I see Zack Sabre Jr. winning that matchup. And with Juice Robinson's bad hand, you already know, submission specialist, and he will go out, he will work on that part of the body for the rest of that match. And do not be surprised, Juice just taps out. And then you got Kenny Omega, who is coming in with 12 points, hasn't lost a G1 matchup this year, facing off against Tomohiro Ishii, the Stone Pitbull. And that match is going to be, that one's going to be maybe our one and only chance Omega's going to lose a match in the G1. I think Ishii has a legitimate great chance. So I did also say Zack Sabre Jr. had a great chance, but I think Ishii has the best chance to do it. And Omega still has to face Yano and then Ibushi. But out of those three, Ishii coming from me is maybe my best pick to beat Kenny Omega and end his undefeated streak and shake up Block B of the G1. And then the main event, Kota Ibushi, Tetsuya Naito, with a definitely a lot at stake, because if Naito wins, he's still in the race to win B Block. If Ibushi wins, Naito is almost definitely going to be out, and it's going to come down to Ibushi and Naito in the Budokan for sure. But Block B on Saturday is going to be so lit for sure, guys. Got another from Sparky, maybe getting surprised by Yano, but that's the thing, Sparky. Would you rather lose to Yano and then get challenged by Yano for the IWGP heavyweight title, or would you rather have somebody who actually would be interesting to watch? No offense to Yano. I like Yano. I love Yano all the way, but I don't see him as a perennial challenger. I see guys like somebody like Ishii that's worked hard to get his first IWGP heavyweight title opportunity. I think Ishii makes the most sense to beat Omega. If it wasn't Zack Sabre Jr., which Zack Sabre Jr. put on a wrestling clinic against Omega, but Omega found a way to win with a roll-up, of all things, a roll-up. But Zack Sabre Jr. was a different style for Omega, which definitely makes Omega even more badass, that he can actually win a match against a submission specialist like ZSJ. But now you're facing a guy that Kenny Omega knows very well. I mean, they fought for the IWGP US title. They fought for I don't know if they fought for the briefcase when Kenny Omega won the G1, but these two have history, and they usually have a banger match. And I can see this match going at least 20, 25 minutes tops. And I'm still sticking with Ishii to win, because Kenny Omega cannot continue this undefeated streak, because that's the problem with B Block. Like, unlike A Block, we get a lot of surprises. B Block, on the other hand, has no surprises. We haven't had one big surprise in that tournament other than Yano defeating Kota Ibushi. That's it. We haven't seen any big time upset in that block. It's been very predictable, and it's hard to keep up with Kenny Omega at number one with 12 points and undefeated. I got another one from Philip Roberts, Omega all the way. Yeah, well, he's looking like it. If he can beat Ishii and Yano and Ibushi, yeah, I can see it. He can definitely go all the way. That's the thing. And he can do something that nobody's done, like, ever. Go undefeated as the IWGP champion since, I think, Masa Chono, and make it to 3 straight G1 finals. So Kenny Omega is, like he says, he is the best out machine. He is the best in the world. He is the best. He is the greatest wrestler in the world right now. But Omega has a tough test Saturday for sure against Ishii. Yano will maybe give him a fight, but I just do not see Yano giving him I don't give Yano a lot of chances in that matchup to win, because it's not going to be as crazy as it was last year with Yano, with the duct tape, the feet, and all that jovial jokester stuff. It's gonna be Kenny Omega old business versus fair play Yano. Now we got to say what else to say? Again, if you got any questions you want to ask me, go ahead and ask. I'm going to be on for a couple minutes so far, but once again, my B block picks for Saturday are Naito to beat Ibushi, which again, sorry Kane Gaiman, but I got to go with Naito to win because I need him to make it to the finals so I can get a winning record. I have Ishii to beat Omega, which I do still believe he's gonna upset Kenny Omega. I got Sonata to beat I think it's Sonata versus Yano. So I'm gonna take Sonata to beat Toru Yano. I'm gonna take Goto to beat Tama Tonga, which it's gonna be a DQ because every match Tama Tonga's in is gonna be a DQ. And I got Zack Sabre Jr. to defeat Juice Robinson. And those are my B block picks for Saturday. And then we got another from Philip Roberts. I guess he is the best in the world since he beat Chris Jericho. Well, yeah. I mean, but any person that's beaten Chris Jericho can say they're the best in the world. I mean, Punk beat him. He's the best in the world. Kenny Omega beat him. He's the best in the world. But like right now, Kenny is the best in the game right now. And, he's better than anybody in WWE. No offense to Styles. He's better than anybody in NXT, Ring of Honor. He's just the best all around in the world. I got another one from Philip Roberts. How's your day going? My day's going good, Philip. How's yours? I mean, it's finally August, finally getting into preseason football. I think it starts next week. But my day has been fantastic, though. It's been a really good day, and I hope your day is going good as well, Philip. Got another one from Sparky. Have you seen any matches from the Real Rock and Roll Prince Devitt in New Japan? If yes, which one was your favorite? Man, that's the thing. I haven't watched a lot of Prince Devitt matches. I mean, I haven't seen like a lot of full matches. I definitely do want to watch some of those. I bet you I definitely can find them on the internet because the internet is vast. But I definitely need to watch some of Prince Devitt's matches. I know he had a match with Tanahashi. He's had matches with the junior title. But Sparky, I haven't seen a lot of his matches, but I could definitely look them up for sure. If you got a list of like what you did for me for the AJ matches, which I'm definitely grateful for. If you got any of Devitt's top 5 matches, definitely comment them. And after this video, so I can definitely look them up because I do like Prince Devitt. I don't like Finn Balor because he's smiling all the time, but I do like Prince Devitt. I always liked his entrances. I've only seen maybe one of his entrances when he came out of that coffin at a Wrestle Kingdom, and he had like the purple face paint, which was just classic for me. One of my favorite entrances from Prince Devitt. But I haven't seen any of his big-time matches. So, again, Sparky, after the video, definitely comment on this video those top 5 top matches from him. And I'll definitely look them up maybe this week to watch them for sure. And I'll let you know what do I think about them for sure. Man, I'm just happy preseason football is going to be starting. I did hear that my Patriots signed Eric Decker, which is not too bad for a 1-year deal. So that was a great move for him, even though we're going to get rid of Jordan Matthews. But just another veteran for Tom Brady to throw to. You got Decker, you got Gronkowski. You got that team is going to look really good this year. And I'm going to be very happy to see the Patriots definitely dominate the AFC once again in the East for sure. But getting Eric Decker was a good move from the Patriots. And then we got college football coming up, which is going to be fun. I mean, I even got a college football fantasy team on Yahoo. If you're a huge college football fan, they do now have college football fantasy, which I have been thinking about ever since I've been doing fantasy football. I always thought, why don't they add college football, fantasy football, which they finally added it, which is going to be so much fun to do. If you are a fantasy player like myself when it comes to baseball, hockey, football, definitely go to yahoosports.com and sign up if you're a huge college football fan for college football fantasy. Weather, once again, hot as hell. We're on, I think, day 27 of consecutive triple-digit heat, California. So if you live in California or live somewhere really hot, definitely hit the pool because it's definitely going to be another hot weekend for sure. But hopefully it will die down for sure. Now, again, I want to thank you guys again for watching. I'm not going yet. I'm just thanking you guys so very much for watching all of these streams I've been doing on the channel. Again, thank you guys so very much for all the support on those videos. I know with the computer making all the sounds, it's hard to hear me. But again, thank you guys for showing your love on all these streams. Again, thank you guys so very much. And once again, these streams will come out of nowhere. So definitely hit that notification bell. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit super kick or Kamigoy, that subscribe button, and definitely hit that like button to make this channel grow even more. Another from Sparky, how did you find that segment in NXT today? Ciampa, Gargano, Black. I think it happened last night. That segment with Ciampa coming out, and then Aleister Black coming out, then Johnny Gargano coming from behind, attacks Gargano, and he says, "You wouldn't be the NXT champion if it wasn't for me." And then Aleister Black masses him, and he says, "I guess you're right. It is your fault." But I don't know if I found it. I just watched it last night on NXT, which again, that takeover card is going to be so much fun. I'll be recording that very soon, so that will be up the week of the week of NXT takeover, and I'll have my SummerSlam predictions that same day. So 2 videos on the week of SummerSlam and takeover Brooklyn 4. I put some of my I did add a new theme for a wrestler on the channel. Just download. I just got it converted today, and it's for the IWGP Never Openweight Champion. You know his music. You know what I'm talking about. So that's going to be for Hiroki Goto. Anytime he's on a card, I'll have that music playing for him. So that was a great addition to the channel for sure. Once again, I want to thank you guys for showing up on the stream this morning. I know this is all of a sudden, but when it comes to me, expect the unexpected. So again, thank you guys again for showing up. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. And if you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button because I do predictions for WWE, NXT, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor. I do sports predictions from NFL predictions, college football predictions, playoff predictions for MLB, NBA, NHL, college football, and the NFL. So definitely, if you're new to if you're not subscribed yet to the channel, what are you waiting for? Become part of this Dangerous Alliance. Got a number from Sparky. Do you watch any 205 live matches? They put some great. Yeah, I have watched 205 live a couple times. They have been killing it. They have been absolutely killing it every Tuesday. I mean, that Mustafa Ali Buddy Murphy match, that no DQ match was just wild and crazy. But 205 live delivers every Tuesday. I mean, Cedric against Gulak at SummerSlam, which is going to be good because Gulak has Sonata's finisher as the Skull End, the Dragon Sleeper, and he's tapped out everybody, which that's going to be good. Cedric's been a great champion, but he hasn't really defended the belt as much on pay-per-view. He's defended the belt on 205 Live, but he hasn't defended a lot on paper. Last time he defended the belt was at the Greatest Royal Rumble, and that was all the way back in April. But Drake Maverick, Rockstar Spud, has done a fantastic job on 205 Live coming from me. He's definitely taking control of that show. He's not letting the inmates run the asylum. But 205 Live, Sparky, has some of the best matches. Now, if they add guys, and for some reason, I'll just say this right now, Sparky, the one guy I'm saying right now is going to be the next Cruiserweight champion is Lio Rush, the Moth, the man of the hour. This dude's frog splash is right up there with like D'Lo Brown's lowdown. It's like so perfect. And Lio Rush is such a perfect sized cruiserweight that can definitely make that division even more bigger than it is already, because Lio Rush is the man of the hour and he has proven it every Tuesday. But I wish they did more cruiserweight. I wish WWE would do like a cruiserweight pay-per-view for just all the cruiserweights. Hell, they're doing one for the women's. Why don't you show some love to the cruiserweights? I mean, there's never been a cruiserweight pay-per-view, I don't think. So, I mean, WWE, maybe start showing the love to the cruiserweight division of 205 Live. Have them have their own pay-per-view. Like you guys are doing for the women's for WWE Evolution, which, again, I do not like the name. WWE Evolution is just a very bad name for a women's pay-per-view. Could have thought of something better, but WWE should definitely take notice on the Cruiserweights division because they kill it every Tuesday for sure, Sparky. And I did hear Matt Riddle has signed a 3-year deal with the WWE, so he's going to be on NXT. He definitely could be at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. And again, I'm going to say it right now, Matt Riddle to NXT just means money because New Japan couldn't get New Japan. I was always saying New Japan should get Matt Riddle, but with their very strict rules on marijuana use, WWE took full advantage of that. So 3-year deal for Matt Riddle, and hopefully he'll have some amazing matches in NXT. And I know Keith Lee is making his NXT debut next week, so that's going to be fun to watch for sure. Let's see what else is happening. Got another one from Sparky. Hideo Itami has been botched. He needs to go back to New Japan as Kenta. Also, did you watch the Matt Hardy retirement teasing on Twitter? Surprisingly, no. I did hear something about it, but I don't know if he would, like, why would he retire? I mean, this whole Woken thing has been working. I don't know why he's I don't know why he's teasing a retirement. I just think that's him being Matt Hardy. He's like done that stuff for years. But yeah, I kind of agree with you, Hideo Itami. He needs to really go back to New Japan, be Kenta again, maybe make that junior heavyweight division even more big. But yeah, they kind of really making him look like a jackass. Oh, you will respect me and all that. The whole respect gimmick is just getting old. And they got rid of his GTS, which again hurt somebody, so they banned it. So he doesn't really have a legit great finishing move, other than I don't know what his finishing move is, like a submission hold. But when they got rid of his GTS, that wave of momentum Hideo had was just gone. And coming from me, he needs to really go. He really needs to go back to New Japan, or maybe even Ring of Honor. That would be even better, Sparky. But yeah, but I have not heard about this Matt Hardy retirement speech, which, again, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it until it actually happens. But I'm reading it right now. He's saying, to all that supported me in the Independence and Omega, to the fans of Team Extreme, to the Mattitude followers, to the outspoken fans who brought me back in 05, to people who backed me when I was reincarnated in pro wrestling, thank you, Woken Warriors, thank you. Yeah, that sounds like a retirement to me. But why? I mean, this doesn't sound like this sounds like a retirement. This absolutely sounds like a retirement, Sparky. This absolutely sounds like a retirement. It does sound like a retirement, but I mean, he just came back. Why would he retire now? He just came back. He got the broken gimmick, and he got the broken gimmick from TNA, but yet, wait, he's going to retire now? I mean, that's kind of dumb. and it didn't make any sense. Oh, I do have to say something about what happened on SmackDown with Orton. Yo, this Orton has got me back with the Viper. I swear to God, this Orton 2000. This is like the Viper we saw on SmackDown. What he did to Jeff Hardy just reminds me so much of the 09 Orton. Now they only need to give him the Punk kit. They give him the Punk kit, PG version wise. This heel Orton's gonna be just amazing, for sure. Now, if you are enjoying the stream, definitely hit that like button if you have not. And if you're not part of the Dangerous Alliance, hey, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for any new videos that will be coming up on the channel as well. And once again, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. Another one from Sparky, and Bar versus Usos was a very good match. Yeah, I definitely got to agree with that. And the Joe promo was perfect. Yeah, that one cut deep. Calling AJ a terrible father, which is like, yo, they're going that direction with this. That just makes that match even bigger. And that's why I'm saying it. That match should be the main event at SummerSlam, because that is the marquee match, because it's AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. But the Usos and Bar match was good. Finally, the Bar getting a win. And now they got the New Day next week to see who will face the Bludgeon Brothers at SummerSlam. Hopefully, I'm really hoping the Bar wins. So straight up to you, Sparky, I am hoping the Bar wins, but for some reason, they're going to need a face team to be in this, and it's going to be the New Day. I just have a funny feeling the New Day are going to get this shot, or they will make it a triple threat match, which it does seem like SummerSlam has got what? The women's title triple threat match for SmackDown. There could be a triple threat U.S. title matchup at SummerSlam. So what, maybe 2 or 3 triple threats in this one pay-per-view? I mean, 3 is enough, but I mean, I am still hoping the Bar wins, because the Bar would be a different team that the Bludgeon Brothers have not beaten or faced. So that would be my pick to win. But knowing WWE, they're going to give it to the pancake idiots, the New Day. Another one from Sparky. The good news is I heard it will continue at Hell in a Cell and Hell in a Cell match, so AJ probably will win with a roll-up like Balor and Joe ended in NXT. Yeah, I am sticking with AJ Styles. There's no way he's going to lose, being he is the cover boy. He's the cover boy for 2K19. But the best way this match, the best rematch is going to happen at Hell in a Cell. If it's inside Hell in a Cell, it's going to be amazing. I am picking AJ to retain. That's just like a quick little spoiler for my SummerSlam prediction. I'm taking AJ to retain the WWE title. As much as everybody wants Joe to win, I think AJ needs this win, because AJ hasn't beaten Joe in 8 years, since Against All Odds in 2010. So AJ is definitely going to retain, but then the rematch is going to be even bigger, because an angry Joe is a dangerous Joe. And if he loses with like some crazy roll-up or anything like that, Joe's going to go ballistic. And putting a crazed Samoan Savage like Samoa Joe in a Hell in a Cell match just makes money. Yeah, exactly, Sparky. And I can imagine Joe being so angry that he would just attack every person that got in his way, like R-Truth or Ty Dillinger or anybody on the SmackDown roster. And then he would say, I demand another shot. Paige will cave in like she did with Charlotte last week on SmackDown, giving her a title opportunity, and she really didn't deserve it. But Joe is going to be so pissed if he loses this matchup. He will put people to sleep until he gets another shot at that belt. But Joe angry is a Joe dangerous, for sure. By the way, if you're just tuning in, I did make my picks for Saturday's G1 Climax 28 B block matches. I have Naito to defeat Kota Ibushi. I have Ishii to upset Kenny Omega. I have Sonata to defeat Toru Yano. I have Goto to defeat Tama Tonga. And I have Zack Sabre Jr. to defeat Juice Robinson. Got down from Sparky. Also, I heard that Ziggler versus Rollins might end up in a ladder match, and that's just the best stipulation. Yeah, But I did hear it was going to be like a multi-people. That's what I heard, Sparky, that they're going to change the match and maybe add another person. Maybe Drew McIntyre, maybe Finn Balor. But a ladder match at SummerSlam, yes, please. But I'm also hearing when Jason Jordan and Dean Ambrose are going to come back. Now, this is, again, just a rumor, so take this, guys, with a grain of salt. It looks like it's going to be American Alpha of Gable and Jordan versus The Shield, Dean and Seth. So they're not pushing Seth to be in the Universal title race yet they're putting him in a tag team match once again with Dean Ambrose, which I don't understand. Like, I don't understand that, Sparky, that Seth Rollins is the hottest wrestler in the company right now. Easily the hottest competitor on Monday Night Raw. He steps up every pay-per-view, has definitely some great matches. But for some reason, he is not getting pushed for the Universal title. I mean, he has the stomp back. He has the curb stomp back. Put him back in that title picture. And then you have Ambrose looking, he may be back by the night after SummerSlam. And you're just wasting these two in a tag match again. Like, really, just push Rollins to the main event spot where he belongs. And he hasn't even been the world champ in 2 years. Like, come on, WWE. You can't be that stupid to continue to downgrade Seth Rollins to tag team matches with with Ambrose, the 2/3 of the Shield. I mean, I like the Shield, but I like the Shield when they first came in. Now it's just like they're just trying to get a reaction from people. You got on from Sparky. If Balor gets added, Corbin will get added too because he won Mr. Smiling Finn Balor. Yeah, that's true. If Balor gets in, Constable Corbin's definitely going to get in. But if it is a fatal four-way match, it gives the challengers a little more of an advantage because Ziggler's would have like a 25% chance of winning, and yes, he has experience in ladder matches. Seth Rollins has experience in ladder matches. Corbin has experience in ladder matches, and Balor has experience in ladder matches. So if it is a four-way match. If it is a four-way match for the Intercontinental title ladder match, I'm all in for it. I'll be definitely watching that match for sure. But it's better we getting Balor versus Corbin 1-on-1. No, we don't, because that match on Monday was just stale, and you're having Balor lose on against a guy who's wearing a sweater vest, something out of TGI Fridays, like. Come on. And we already know he's not going to bring back the Demon Balor. We haven't seen the Demon Balor since, a year ago? We've been just seeing the Balor Club smiling Finn Balor, not Demon Balor. So, again, if they want to do a one-on-one match with Corbin and Balor again, no thanks. Like, honestly, no thanks. I'd rather not. I really rather not see that. By the way, Spark, you got to be happy Tanahashi won that match against Evil with using Evil's everything is Evil or everything is Tanahashi. You got to be happy he got that match. Like Michael Cole says, Balor Club is for everyone. It's every time Cole talks, it's just shoot me in the head because it's like it's boss time or it's the big dog or just. I can't stand Cole. I literally can't stand Michael Cole. Wish he got his ass kicked like Lesnar did to him a couple years ago. But when Michael Cole talks, it's just boring. The only guy I legitimately listen to on Monday Night Raw is Corey Graves. That's it, because Corey Graves is actually a great announcer. Coach is all about his words of the day. What is it, Sesame Street? His word of the day, or the first word of the first hour of Monday Night Raw. And Michael Cole's all about saying vintage and it's boss time, or it's the big dog, or Balor Club is for everyone. The one thing I hate is that what they call them. He calls them an extraordinary man who does extraordinary things. Finn Balor is not that. Just call him the modern day rock and roller. Just call him that. He's like a rock star. Yet they call him an exceptional man who does extraordinary things, like just a stupid gimmick for that with Mr. Smiling Balor. I mean, just another guy who's just getting buried on Monday Night Raw. And I'm still going to say it again. He should have been on SmackDown Live because SmackDown Live would have made him even bigger than he already is in like when he was in New Japan or in NXT. But him on Raw is a joke. They're making him look like a jackass. Doing this whole Corbin thing has just been a joke. Oh, Corbin's bigger, so Corbin is making fun of Balor because of his size. Like he said in his first Bullet Club promo, I'm not a good guy anymore. I'm the real rock and roller Prince Devitt. That's what Finn Balor needs to bring that back. He needs to bring that energy back. Now it's just like he's just smiling and it's just carefree life. Be what you were in New Japan. Be what you were in NXT when you were the NXT champion. Bring that mystique back. The mystique is almost gone with this Finn Balor. There's no craziness. There's no bringing out his demon. I mean, we haven't seen the Demon Balor since I think Survivor Series of last year against AJ. That was the last time we saw the paint. But Balor has to go back to his Devitt days. If Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows stayed on Raw, they could have done something with Balor Club instead of just being Balor Club. It's for everyone. But they moved them to SmackDown and they left Finn on Raw to deal with guys like Constable Corbin and dealing with bullshit smiling every Monday night. When I bet in his heart he's just saying, I just stop smiling. Just stop smiling. Like urge to just go out, rising. It's just I can just feel like he's gonna snap real quick. For sure, Sparky. One, Sparky. Like WWE needs to take notes from New Japan. Naito was the most hated guy, and after he turned heel, became one of the most loved guys. But they can't do it with Roman. Also, yes, Balor needs a heel turn. Balor needs a heel turn about 2 years ago, and with the whole night, they can't do. They're never going to turn Roman heel. That's the thing. That's their cash cow or Vince McMahon's number one dick sucker, Roman Reigns. But that's the thing. It's crazy that Naito is that popular. I mean, with the New Japan, he's like the 2-time MVP, like the best wrestler in New Japan, and he's not even a champion. He's that popular after being hated. After being hated for years. I think that whole 2016, he was just getting booed to shit after he like just showed disrespect to the IWGP World Title. But now he's like the top. He's like almost. I would say Naito's more of a tweener. Let's be honest here. He gets boos, he gets cheers. He's more of a tweener now, but he's a cool tweener. Roman Reigns is nothing but a guy who gets booed every pay-per-view. He will get booed every pay-per-view. And even though that crowd was saying we want Roman on Raw, a lot of us real fans saying no, we don't. We don't want Roman. We don't want Roman the Universal Champion. Even though McMahon and his infinite puppet master jutsu wants to make him the world champ, but we all know it's Braun Strowman is the top guy on Monday Night Raw, and top guys are going to win that match. Even Cena was heel as a doctor. Yeah, and that actually worked. Then he went back. Then he went to being a face, and then he became a face for life. He'll never be a heel. But that Doctor of Thugonomics era was good for Cena because that was the only time I liked John. But now he's just a movie star. He's doing all of his Total Bella stuff. His relationship is over with Nikki Bella. Like we give a shit. Like literally, like we give a shit. Got number from WWE's mind. He is the badass face. Like, give me a break, bro. Like, yeah, he thinks he's the big dog, yet he doesn't. He hasn't won the WWE title. He hasn't won a world title in 2 years since 2016. He hasn't beaten Brock Lesnar legitimately, even though the Greatest Royal Rumble was more controversy. But WWE is trying. They are trying so damn hard to put Roman Reigns over, and it's not working because the real fans like us and all of My Dangerous Alliance knows Roman is not the man. He ain't the top guy. He may say he's the top guy. it's his yard. Well, it's not, because he hasn't proven it. He has not proved it. And the best way I can describe it is Roman Reigns is Poochie. Now, if you watch The Simpsons, you know who I'm talking about. Poochie the Rockin' Dog from when Homer was doing his voice, he was trying to make him a heel that he was trying to make him a face that he was trying to make him a heel that fans like. That didn't work, and we all know how Poochie did not last long on the Itchy and Scratchy show on The Simpsons. So, okay, but yeah, Roman Reigns is Poochie the Rockin' Dog from The Simpsons. That's the best way you can describe Roman. Even worse news, I heard that Roman will feud with Braun after SummerSlam, which is okay, but the other rumor is that he'll beat him at Wrestle. Oh my God. Like, I'm praying that's just, I'm taking that rumor with a grain of salt, Sparky. I'm taking that with a grain of fucking salt that Braun's gonna win. I mean, Roman's gonna win the title at WrestleMania 35. I hope not. Because if you do that, you've already buried Strowman. You buried Strowman multiple times with Roman. You had Roman end his undefeated streak at Fastlane. You have him. You have Roman Reigns beat Braun Strowman in the Elimination Chamber this year, and now you're going to have him lose the Universal title to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. No, I'm just hoping that is a rumor, Sparky. But once again, I'm really hoping that's a rumor. And I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. By the way, if you guys do want... Oh, my God. Okay, I'm going to... Okay, this is good. Oh, my God. That was Sparky, and they had a Roman injured seriously. Braun after Great Balls of Fire. Yeah, exactly. And what does he do? He comes back and wins. He comes back and does all the stuff. Because Roman is Vince McMahon's #1 Ichiban dick sucker. That if you're not sucking McMahon's dick, you're not getting over. Now, Sparky, look at this. I found this on Twitter. Look at this. This is funny as hell. Look at this, and you tell me this is perfect. That picture is just perfect. I wonder who Tanahashi would be in Pokemon. That would be cool to see, Sparky. Who would be Tanahashi in Pokemon? Because Professor Okada is perfect. Oh my God, that picture is amazing. I think, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh man. Lord, that is a great picture. That is a great picture. By the way, if you haven't followed me on Twitter yet, definitely follow me at Red Sox Dominance. I have my individual G1 Climax picks. I have a lot of opinions on Twitter sometimes when it comes to other people's. I definitely reply to some of them, but definitely if you're not following me on Twitter, definitely follow me at Red Sox Dominance. Now, oh man, that's smart. You got to admit that's a great picture, and I'm just trying to think who would be a good Tanahashi from Pokemon. That's going to be the biggest question right now. Who would be on Pokemon Tanahashi? We already know who Professor Oak would be, Professor Okada. But who would be Tanahashi in Pokemon? That would be kind of cool. Yeah, but I am just hoping like I was hearing The Rock is going to come back at WrestleMania, which again I'm not buying that. I'm absolutely not buying that because he's doing his movies, which I mean I have not seen Skyscraper, but I have heard it's okay. It's not great. It's just okay. And really it's crazy that he really hasn't done a big really big movie other than the Fast and the Furious series. He really hasn't done any big, huge movies other than that. I mean, that's kind of most of his bread and butter is Fast and Furious. I mean, Skyscraper looks like a good movie, but it just seems like a wannabe ripoff of Die Hard. So that's just me on that. By the way, if you guys do want me to do the Ring of Honor International Cup that happens at Honor Reunited Edinburgh and it ends at Honor Reunited London, let me know. Let me know if you guys do want me to do a video of that. I can do like a live stream of my picks and who I think will challenge the Ring of Honor World Champion Jay Lethal at Honor Reunited London. Definitely let me know if you guys do want me to do that video, even though I'm not going to do the full card for Honor Reunited, Edinburgh, Doncaster, or London. So let me know if you guys want me to do the tournament to see who will challenge Jay Lethal at Honor Reunited. I don't know, Sparky. I may want to use that as a profile pic. I may want to use it just for the hell of it, but I don't know. Go A's. Go A's. Go A's. Okay, we got another from Sparky. Another way WWE can ruin SummerSlam is with the rumor I heard Elias versus Bobby smiling pretty sisters. Yeah, I heard that too, and that's just just why. Like, this Lashley WWE run has been a joke. A joke. I mean, yes, he beat Roman Reigns, but what happened the following week? He lost to Roman Reigns. I mean, come on. Like, Lashley should have just stayed in TNA or Impact Wrestling. He should have just stayed there or gone to New Japan or Ring of Honor, because this WWE run has been a joke, and that's a great name for Bobby Lashley. Bobby Smiling Pretty Sisters Lashley. Just perfect. That's a perfect name for him, Sparky. And Elias just being wasted. I know his mockumentary that was on the WWE Network. I definitely need to see it because I actually like Elias, especially with the whole Who Wants to Walk with Elias, and you already know WWE stands for Walk with Elias. And if you're not walking with Elias, what is wrong with you? Really, what's wrong with you? And then now from Sparky, they had a feud with Roman, and we thought they would book him like a beast, but now he is signing with Elias. Yeah, exactly. Just let's see. His first match, his first pay-per-view was Money in the Bank when he fought Sammy. Now he beat Roman Reigns, and now it almost went from you're fighting against Roman, you're right up here. Then after you lost Roman on Raw, his kind of stock value just went like that to Elias. And him singing, I mean, come on. A former TNA World Champion, a former two-time ECW champion, a former US champion, a MMA star who had a better MMA record than Brock Lesnar, downgraded to this. Like, really, WWE? He should have never came back if he's gonna have to deal with this. Cheapest Seat saying sub Cheapest Seat, how you doing? Hope everything's going well. Yeah, but Sparky, just Bobby Lashley is just being downgraded to a joke. As much as he's not a joke, they're downgrading him to a joke. Because he could have been, WWE could easily add him to that Universal title match at SummerSlam. Make it a triple threat. Like, make it a triple threat, yet they don't do it. They want to waste him to face Elias. And again, I like Elias, but come on. Like, come on. That match is a squash. Sparky said he came back for the Brock match, but they tricked him. Yeah, they debated him. They debated him. They debated the fans because a lot of fans wanted to see it, including myself. I wanted to see Bobby versus Brock. I had a thumbnail ready for that match because I really thought it was going to be Bobby versus Brock Lesnar. But WWE got debated, the fans got debated, and Bobby Lashley got debated. That is for sure. No, from Cheapest Heat, I'm well. How about yourself? I'm doing well. Doing well, Cheapest Heat. Dealing with the heat here in California, but hanging in there. Thought I'd stream for you guys. Hope everything's going well with you, Cheapest Heat. Now, once again, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Dangerous Lines. I'm JT Dangerously, and if you like wrestling predictions, you like sports predictions, definitely hit that subscribe button and super kick it or Kami Go it, of course. Now, Sparky, if you saw the if you saw the SummerSlam poster, what a disrespect to AJ. Like, oh, the poster is Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey, Alexa Bliss. Really? WWE? They're going to really put those four on the poster instead of putting the title that put WWE on the map, the WWE title? Like, that's insulting. And I'm going to tell you right now, the thumbnail for my SummerSlam is not going to be that, for sure, because I have a thumbnail of Samoa Joe and AJ Styles ready to go for SummerSlam in my prediction. So that thumbnail is not going to, my thumbnail is not going to be those four. My thumbnail is going to be the real main event for SummerSlam, AJ versus Samoa Joe. Number from Cheapest Seat. Wait, do you live in SCU, Southern California? I live in Fresno, California, so I don't know if it's SCU, but I'll just say right now, this is the worst town I have ever been in because of the heat, of course. But I don't know if Fresno, California is part of SCU, though. I don't know. That's more Los Angeles and Anaheim area. I don't know, though, Cheapest Seat. But I don't know if I'm part of SCU, then SCU. Yeah, they flat out disrespected the WWE title by not putting it on the poster for SummerSlam. That absolutely pisses. That when I saw it, I was like, wow, like the WWE title means nothing to Vince McMahon. They only care about the big draws like Ronda Rousey, like Brock Lesnar, like Roman Reigns. Which I have nothing against Ronda Rousey. I think Ronda Rousey. Number from Cheapest Seat. If the poster will only feature Raw stars, make it a Raw pay-per-view. Exactly. Exactly. If you're not going to show any love to the SmackDown brand, who has been killing it every Tuesday night, why even make this a Raw and SmackDown event? Just make it a Raw pay-per-view. You've done it before. They've done it before. They did it all last year. But it's just a flat-out disrespect that they think the Universal title is bigger than the WWE title. Like, are you kidding me? How the hell can you even say that the Universal title, who the champion hasn't defended it in months, saying he's the longest reigning Universal champion over the guy who is the WWE champion, AJ Styles, who has defended that belt every pay-per-view and has made SmackDown the house that AJ Styles built every Tuesday, and he's actually there to compete. Brock is doing what? Reading a magazine on Monday Night Raw. Like, he doesn't care about the fans. He even said, I don't care about the people. I don't care about the fans. I just care about getting paid, because that's Brock Lesnar's agenda. He don't care as long as he gets paid. And he has Vince McMahon by the grapefruits with a vice. Yeah, but I agree, Cheapest Seat. If they're going to put Raw superstars on the poster, why even put it as a Raw and SmackDown event? You show disrespect to those fantastic stars on SmackDown like AJ Styles, like Joe, like Andreas Cianomas, like Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, the Usos, the New Day, all those fantastic wrestlers. But you put Ronda Rousey and Alexa Bliss, which I understand that one, because Ronda Rousey is the baddest bitch on the planet, and she has proven a lot of people wrong. But to put Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar on the front is an insult, because nobody wanted that match, including myself. That match was a joke. The match at the Greatest Royal Rumble and WrestleMania were jokes. I didn't care about much of them because I'm tired of it. Yet WWE and Vince McMahon says that if you don't like it, tough shit. Another one from Sparky. That line where Brock said he wanted to be in his house instead of here was so real. Yeah, because that's his mindset now. He's not all about impressing people. He's not all about making the WWE fans happy or the WWE happy. He is only doing this for Brock Lesnar's gain. That's it. His priorities are for himself, not for the WWE, not for that Universal title, not to Vince McMahon. He's all about the money and getting more fame than he already has. But again, Brock Lesnar and even Paul Heyman agreed. He is the worst champion in the WWE right now. And that's no lie. He is the worst WWE champion of all time. And it's crazy. He hasn't even been beaten for a title since 2004. Since Eddie Guerrero beat him at No Way Out in San Francisco. That's how long Brock Lesnar hasn't lost a WWE a world title. Like, are you kidding? Like, really? You're making us wait multiple months for you to defend a title, and then you find a way to win. And don't even be surprised. I wouldn't even be surprised Brock retains at SummerSlam, and then Strowman cash-ins after SummerSlam on Raw. Don't be surprised if Brock wins that match, and then Roman will start bitching again. He'll be sucking McMahon's big-ass dick, and because that's Vince McMahon's #1 dick sucker, to get another opportunity that he does not deserve, but he will get it to face the Universal Champion. Number from the cheapest heat, make another all SmackDown pay-per-view, and I'll enjoy the hell of it. Yeah, because other than a few SmackDown pay-per-views in 2017, just all-around SmackDown pay-per-views were actually good. I mean, I wouldn't count Battleground as a great pay-per-view. Battleground was not a great pay-per-view for SmackDown. I'll even admit that. Hell in a Cell was good for them. TLC was good for them. The Backlash was good for them. But the only pay-per-view I didn't like being an all SmackDown one was Battleground with Jinder and Randy Orton. That was maybe the worst SmackDown pay-per-view. Like, just SmackDown all-around pay-per-view was Battleground. But they should bring it back, but they're going now to dual branded pay-per-views. That means it's going to be more 4.5 hour pay-per-views. We already know SummerSlam is going to be like 6 hours with like 12 or 13 matches. But yeah, I do miss the hell out of just exclusive SmackDown pay-per-views. But again, if wishes were fishes, we would have every pay-per-view be a SmackDown show, and Raw would have no pay-per-views because nobody wants to see Roman Reigns. Nobody wants to see Brock Lesnar. But I definitely agree with you, Cheapest Heat. I miss the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-views. Only a certain some of them. Number from Sparky, one of my favorite BTE moments that I laughed was Fale with Robinson and Juice saying, "We were boys, bro. Come on." And Fale walking out and saying, "Fuck him." Yeah, that was good. That was good. I'm actually liking Juice on being the Elite now. I'm actually really happy they brought Juice in it because he's funny. I know he did something with Taka Michinoku talking about the choppy gimmick that they did in the WWF with Val Venus. That was a great segment right there. But I do like the BTE stuff with Juice and Fale with "fuck him." Like, I was watching a backstage interview last night from the G1, and as soon as Fale left, I was thinking to myself, he's gonna say "fuck him," and then as soon as he said it, I was like, "Yep, there you go." But I like the gimmick of Fale. Just "fuck him." That's it. That's all his gimmick is "fuck him." That's it. I love it. Another from Cheapest Heat, I might go to TakeOver because I like the card, but I really don't want to go to SummerSlam, even though it's SummerSlam, because some of the card is bad, and you're right. It's probably going to be 6 or 7 hours. If I was you, Cheapest Heat, go to TakeOver, because I think TakeOver will easily blow SummerSlam away, because, again, you got 5 huge matches. All 5 of the NXT titles are on the line. You got Adam Cole and Ricochet. You got the Velveteen Dream versus EC3. You got Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane for the NXT Women's title. And then you got a triple threat match. Ciampa, Gargano, Black. I think that's the – and I would think tickets are way cheaper for – yeah. Even the cheapest events are always the best ones. SummerSlam is just going to be 6 hours of me just saying, okay, let's go. I'll be straight up and honest with you guys. The only matches I care about for SummerSlam are the WWE title, the hopefully the Miz versus Daniel Bryan if that match actually happens, and maybe the Intercontinental title. That's it. Everything else is just garbage. And I can care less. But if I was you, cheapest seat, get tickets for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. That's going to be the show that's going to top SummerSlam once again. And then from Sparky, or when he was with Tama when they made fun of Messler before that Fale had said points. We don't give a shit about points. Yeah. Or Dave Fetzler and his star rating. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I gotta definitely agree with that. But again, Fale saying we don't give a shit about points, that's the understatement of the year. Like, that's the understatement of the whole G1 with the Tongans, Fale and Tama Tonga. They don't give a shit about the points. They're just making they just are making a point. Now from Sparky, SummerSlam will be a pay-per-view with Rusev Day, CM Punk, This Is Boring Chance, and some beach balls. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Either that or they're going to be walking out after the before the main event even happens. But you're going to hear the CM Punk chant for sure because us real fans miss the hell out of CM Punk. You're going to hear the Rusev Day chant if he even has a match at SummerSlam, which I think he'll have a match against Andrea Cien Almas, maybe. You're definitely going to get This Is Boring, especially with a Roman Reigns match. You're going to get that This Is Boring chant. And some beach balls. Well, didn't they ban the beach balls after the last time they did it last year at SummerSlam when Cesaro just ran into the crowd and destroyed a beach ball and then they just stopped? Yeah, but I'm hoping for a lot of good chants. Like, definitely could see a lot of interesting chants at SummerSlam because that Brooklyn crowd is like international crowd. You know there's going to be some insane crowd reactions, especially maybe the wave. You can add the wave to that, Sparky. Sparky, no, they'll walk out. They won't walk out. They will wait to pop for Braun's cash in. But you got to also think about this. What if that doesn't happen? And Brock just retains, and then we go on to Monday Night Raw the night after SummerSlam, and Braun Strowman cashes in. That is a possibility that could happen. Brock wins, and nothing happens at SummerSlam, and then we have to wait the next night for something to happen. But again, that would be a huge pocket. Braun wins, but you also got to think, what if it doesn't happen, and it happens the night after Monday Night Raw? Now from Cheapest Seat, I think Rusev will fight English. Yeah, it kind of looks like they're going in that direction. And like I said in the Extreme Rules pay-per-view predictions, this is the end of Rusev Day. This is easily the end of Rusev Day because WWE didn't manufacture it, and Rusev Day was just made by the fans and Rusev, and WWE doesn't like things that they haven't written for that wrestler. And again, that Rusev Day is officially done. If they do Rusev versus English, because it's going to be done. They're going to make Rusev look like the badass heel with Lana in his corner doing the whole Rusev crush and Machka something Machka. But yeah, if Rusev faces English, Rusev Day is done. And that will be WWE's way of saying, thank God we got rid of this before it got even bigger. Now from Sparky, they will still pop because Roman will lose. Yeah, exactly. If Brock beats Roman at SummerSlam, that crowd is going to still cheer, even if they don't have a cash in, Roman loses, they're going to cheer the hell out of it. And Vince McMahon is going to be in the back saying, "Well, we're going to try it again. We're going to try it again at the next pay-per-view." And we're win. That's what they're going to do. You just know they're going to do something like that for sure, because that's McMahon being the master of puppets jutsu. The match I'm looking forward to at SummerSlam is, of course, Bobby Roode versus. Come on, Sparky. Really, that match makes the pre-show. Come on. Nobody's gonna care about that. I'm sorry that Bobby Roode is not interesting anymore. Like, as much as I love his glorious theme, the glorious music, it's being wasted now because he's not doing anything other than smiling and doing. He's not doing what he did in NXT when he was a badass heel. But if that match happens on the pre-show, that's going to be a very quick pick for me in the predictions video for sure. And I'm not going to pick Mojo Rawley, that wannabe. I don't get hype. I stay hype. Guy was on crack when he was in NXT. It almost looked like he was running around the ring like he needs the drugs or something. what do you call it? They will get people to buy SummerSlam tickets, making them think there will be a cash in, but the people who pay less for Raw sees. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Because usually the nights after those big pay-per-views, big things happen. Let's be honest. We saw that the night after WrestleMania with Ziggler cashing in on Del Rio. We've seen it the night after SummerSlam last year with Bayley being coming out. So when it comes to pay-per-views, if I was buying tickets, I would go for the Raw after them because there are usually more interesting things happening the night after the pay-per-view than the pay-per-view itself. Another from Sparky. Oh my God, Rude smiling makes me puke like Balor, who smiles for his doghouse. Yeah, just another guy that's being wasted. A former TNA World Champion, a multiple-time tag team champion with James Storm and Beer Money, NXT champion being subjugated to a smiling goof with a robe that says he's glorious, yet he's not been glorious since his NXT days, and it's sad. And it's sad to see that because somebody like him and Balor, who worked their asses off in NXT just to be downgraded to jokes on Monday Night Raw. And hell, I mean, Rude's only held one singles title, and that was a U.S. strap, and he didn't even look like a great U.S. champion. And I was thinking, oh, Rude's going to be a great U.S. champion, but he turned out to be a joke. And that's what Rude is becoming now. He's becoming a joke with a robe that says he's glorious, and he's not lately. Now from Sparky, maybe Aleister Black debuts on SmackDown Live. That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking, Sparky. I think that's going to happen because, honestly, Aleister Black is the third wheel in that triple threat match. And I love Aleister Black. But the one thing I'm worried about, what they did with Aleister Black in NXT is amazing. If you give him the Vince McMahon, they will make him look like a joke. Like he's done to every person that's come out of NXT. Finn Balor, joke. Bobby Roode, joke. Tyler Breeze, joke. I mean, Apollo Crews, joke. I mean, that's the problem I have when they call people up. Because you're going from a genius in Triple H in NXT to a senile old crotchety idiot like Vince McMahon. That's what I'm worried about with Aleister Black. If he goes to SmackDown, if he goes anywhere in the WWE, if he leaves NXT, then if he goes to SmackDown Live, I think he'll do better. But you just never know. Vince McMahon does do SmackDowns, I think. So again, I'm hoping I just know he's the odd man out in that triple threat match at NXT Takeover. But I would love to see him in the what do you call it? Now from the cheapest heat, I hope Gargano wins the NXT title. That match is going to be tough to pick. I still don't think Aleister Black is going to win, so it's really down to Ciampa and Gargano for me. But Gargano can definitely win it at NXT TakeOver War Games. I think there's no chance Ciampa's going to lose in his first title defense. I just don't see it happening. I mean, it would be great to see Gargano win, but I can see him maybe winning it at NXT TakeOver War Games 2 in November. I can definitely see that for sure. Another one from Sparky. SmackDown after SummerSlam will be 1 year anniversary of the death of Bobby Roode. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you remember, you got to also remember, they're going to be in Brooklyn. He lost the NXT title to Drew McIntyre a year ago, and that was when Bobby Roode was like legit good. And now a year later, he's at SummerSlam, and he's not even on the card as of yet, but he's becoming a joke, a complete joke. Another one, the cheapest heat. I think Shin is kind of a joke because he never won the WWE title once. Yeah, they just gave him a consolation prize and a U.S. title, and it's sad. He's had 7 opportunities at the WWE title since he moved up to the main roster in 2017. All 7 of those matches did not go his way, and he could have been the WWE champion at least twice. But no, like I said, Vince McMahon. Anytime you take somebody from NXT and bring up to a Vince McMahon product, he's going to damn sure make sure you're not going to win anything other than a transitional joke title like the U.S. belt. And no offense to the U.S. title, but we haven't had a legitimate good U.S. champion since Styles or Kevin Owens or John Cena. And I just think Shinsuke Nakamura with the U.S. title is a joke. It's a complete joke for somebody who should have been WWE champion at least twice. Darren from Sparky, if SmackDown in SmackDown Live, he would be good, but if he goes the Raw, rip. Also, I picked Ciampa and then Gargano in wins on War Games and a Hell in a Cell match or something. Yeah, because I think, if he goes to SmackDown, I have a little bit more hope for Aleister Black. But if he goes to Raw, done. He will be mid card for life, for sure. And then you pick Ciampa and then Gargano and wins. So you're 1-1. So that match. So wait, you pick Ciampa and then Gargano and wins. On War Games and a Hell in a Cell. Yeah, I'm actually hoping they do Hell in a Cell at War Games because I'm sorry, you want to end a bitter rivalry between these two guys? Put them in the match that settles the score, and that's Hell in a Cell, not this double cage War Games that has no top. It was just a double steel cage. That's not War Games to me. War Games is two cages, top. A top on top of them, not a cage with no top. That's not War Games to me. Another one, also, I'm afraid they will ruin Ciampa and Gargano on the main roster, but I think they will continue the feud with Owens and Zayn. Yeah, I would say I wouldn't have any problem with Ciampa or Gargano on SmackDown because they can actually thrive with guys like AJ Styles and Shinsuke and Orton and all that. But if they go anywhere near Raw, they're going to trouble. And hopefully they will continue to feud like Owens and Zayn. Yeah, but I mean, we really didn't get anything out of that other than them being tag team partners. And do you see Gargano and Ciampa being tag team partners again after what has gone on for the last year? I mean, think about it. That would be kind of cool, though. Again, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this stream. If you missed out the first couple hours of this stream, I did make my picks for Saturday's B Block G1 Climax 28 matches between Naito and Ibushi. I picked Naito. I picked Ishii to upset Kenny Omega. I picked Sanada to defeat Toru Yano. I picked Goto to defeat Tama Tonga. And I picked Zack Sabre Jr. to defeat Juice Robinson. Another one from Cheapest Heat. I think Gargano should win at a big takeover like Brooklyn, and they both won 1. If Ciampa wins at takeover, it would be 2-1, and if Gargano wins the title, it would be 2-2. Now, see, I didn't think of that, but I mean, but it's just weird. I just don't see Ciampa losing in his first title defense to Johnny Gargano. I understand Gargano was the reason he's the champion, but do you just give him the belt after that? I mean, they were booing Johnny Wrestling on Wednesday, saying you deserved it after getting a black mask by Aleister Black. I mean, do you want to give him the belt now after he practically screwed Aleister Black out of the belt? I mean, if Gargano wins title at War Games, if there is any confusion. Yeah, I mean, you can do it like this. You can do it like this. If it's 2-1, if Gargano win, if Ciampa wins at Takeover, it's 2-1. Then you have the Hell in a Cell match at War Games, or you could do it at NXT Takeover Arizona, where I don't know if they're going to do it at the Rumble. They could have at least they can do at least 5 matches. With they're 1-1 right now. Ciampa wins is 2-2. They have another match. Gargano wins, and then the third match, the third and final match, could be in Hell in a Cell. I can see that happening too. But again, I just do not see Ciampa losing the belt in his first title defense. I mean, that would be amazing. I mean, the title has changed hands twice at this event at Takeover. I mean, the last person to lose the belt was Bobby Roode last year, and the last person to retain was Finn Balor. So it's been around 2 years since the champion has lost the title at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Another one from Sparky. The best stipulation is 3 stages of Hell match. Yeah, I mean, 2 out of 3 falls would be good, but 3 stages of Hell is not PG. There you go. I mean, you can have 2 out of 3 falls matches till the cows come home, but if you don't have stipulations for those matches like they used to, like what they did with like Triple H and Stone Cold or Triple H and Shawn Michaels, 3 stages of Hell, it does not make a lot of sense to just have a PG 2 out of 3 falls match. That just seems very, very weak. Very weak, especially with those two on NXT. Got a number from Cheapest Seat, but 5 for a feud just seems too long. Well, let's think about that. Put this in an example, Cheapest Seat. You remember Shawn Michaels and Triple H's rivalry? How many matches they had? And this is maybe the best rivalry since that rivalry with Shawn and Triple H. It has to go sometimes 5 matches, because 5 matches is the best way to have a definitive winner. We can't just have like a 2-1 like Cena always gets. You know, he loses one, he comes back and wins the other, and then he wins the third match. When it comes to great rivalries in wrestling, you got to make it like 5, like a best of 5. And with Ciampa and Gargano, that is the best rivalry in wrestling right now. No offense to anything that's happening in New Japan or Ring of Honor, Ciampa Gargano is the best rivalry on NXT and in wrestling right now. And if that match goes five matches to have a clear-cut winner, so be it. Because I love those kind of rivalry matches. Even Orton and Cena. You got to put Orton and Cena in that conversation. Orton and Edge and John Cena was more than 5 matches. What else? I mean, you can add Flair Steamboat to that too. Great rivalries always go longer than 4 matches. So, Cheapest Seat, it may be long for you, but if you're a huge wrestling fan, rivalries like this are what makes wrestling great. That's the best way I can describe it. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Super kick that subscribe button. Also, super kick that like button if you're enjoying the stream as well. Yeah, Cheapest Seat, I understand. Yeah, great rivalries usually end in like 5 or 6 matches. I mean, even in every wrestling paper. Okay, another good example: Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada. How many matches have they had? 4, or they could be having 5 if you think about it. And if you think about it, we could have a 5th match between the two in the G1 final. So, great rivalries usually are long. Short rivalries are usually 3. Ciampa Gargano is a rivalry that goes 5. Easy. Sparky, I forgot. Becky Lynch got screwed once again. Oh, hell yeah. You kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, straight up, Sparky, that was absolute bullshit. That they denied Becky a one-on-one opportunity for the SmackDown Women's title. I'm sorry. Becky has not lost a one-on-one match since the night after Money in the Bank. Yet, you don't give her a one-on-one shot against Carmella. You add Charlotte, who hadn't been on television in months because she was getting breast surgery. And then Paige gives her a shot at the women's title with 1 match. I mean, come on. Like, I like Paige, but that was a stupid decision from her. By denying Becky Lynch a shot at the women's title one-on-one. And honestly, coming from me, I did not like it. Charlotte does not deserve to be in that match. As much as I love Charlotte, as much as a lot of people were shocked she beat Asuka, but when's the last win she had on pay-per-view? She didn't win at Backlash, and she hasn't been seen since Backlash, I would think. So it's been a while. It's been a while. And now from Cheapest Seat, from the way I said that I sound like a wrestling bum. No, it's just, you know, if you're new, like if you're been a wrestling fan for about 2 or 3 years, it doesn't sound like you're a bum. It's just like you haven't watched enough rivalry matches, like from a lot of people's perspectives. I mean, but I respect definitely. I respect your opinion on it, because again, some people like a short rivalry. Some people like a long rivalry. For me, I love long rivalries because they tell story after story after story after story after story with a clean, solid finish. And then Sparky, also Okada Tanahashi has gone, like, they've met each other multiple times. Styles and Okada, another rivalry that lasted long, and Naito and Tanahashi, another one that lasted long. So there's been a lot of rivalries. And Cheapest Seat, you've been watching since Extreme Rules 2011, so you know what I'm talking about. Punk and John Cena. How many matches they had? in a rivalry. They had multiple matches in 2011, and that's maybe one of my favorite times in wrestling. 2011, Punk winning the WWE title in Chicago. But yeah, you've been a fan for that long. These long rivalries are kind of what makes wrestling fun to watch when it comes to compelling storytelling, for sure. I heard that next week on SmackDown it will be Carmella versus Asuka, and if Asuka, oh, you gotta be kidding! Where did you hear that? Because if that's true, that's some bullshit. And I hope that's not true, because that would be a joke. Oh, I bet you just because Asuka's not on this pay-per-view, they're gonna just add, oh my god, they are gonna do it. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding. You have gotta be joking. Becky cannot catch a freaking break. She cannot catch a break if they add Asuka to this. Like, just because Asuka's not at SummerSlam doesn't mean she needs to be added to the title match that, let me see, she's 0-3 in title matches. Like, I'm really hoping that's not true, Sparky. I'm really hoping that's not true. But if it's true, like, really, Becky's just getting shafted again. Now, from Cheapest Seat, they had that good match on Raw in 2013 to see who would face The Rock, and I think that was their final match. Yeah, that was their final match because Punk left afterward. Punk was facing Taker, and then that was the last time we saw Punk. Like, what do you call it? That was the last time we saw Punk in the WWE after WrestleMania. Like, and then he had a couple matches against Brock at SummerSlam, and then after that he was done. Yeah, but that scene of CM Punk rivalry was so good, especially the first match at Money in the Bank. I've always said that's all around one of my favorite matches in wrestling. It was that match, like, just because of the crowd response of Chicago. How much they booed Cena in that match, it was just amazing, and with the shock value of if he did not re-sign, so he won the WWE title. But yeah, that was a great rivalry in 2011, Cheapest Seat. So you know about rivalries as much as I do. Well, some of them. I mean, if you've been watching it since 2011, and I've been watching wrestling since, I think, 2001, or not. Well, I've been watching Raw since 2001, and I've been watching SmackDown since August of 1999, the first SmackDown. So I've been a little bit longer at only, 28 years old, so it's not too bad. Now from Sparky, the time WWE finally listened to their fans, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, but they did that because it was absolutely necessary. Yeah, that was another great match. But I guess they just wanted to do it because they had to, because if they didn't do it, the fans would just kill them. The fans would just turn on the pay-per-view real quick. And by the way, I have heard a rumor that WWE is not happy that Daniel Bryan has not. If you don't know, Daniel Bryan has not re-signed with the company yet, which is still surprising because that whole promo with The Miz with Daniel Bryan on SmackDown was a big, that's a big lead up to SummerSlam, in which we don't know if that match is going to be official. It looks like it's going to be official. But the biggest question is Daniel Bryan going to resign? His contract expires September the 1st, and he has not resigned yet. So that's going to be a great story. That's going to be a great story to keep on tabs with if you're a Daniel Bryan fan. That he has not resigned. His contract expires September the 1st, and you know that date is all in. And if he doesn't resign, where does he go? Coming from me, I'd like to see him in New Japan or Ring of Honor or Impact Wrestling. One of those three companies is going to get him if he does not re-sign. Sparky said the fans should just fuck him. Yeah. That's what WWE says to every fan every Monday night or every pay-per-view when it comes to Roman Reigns. If you don't like it, fuck him or fuck you. Like all that stuff. But that's kind of what Vince McMahon usually just tells the fans. You don't like it, fuck you. And fuck them. Never from the Cheapest Seat. I heard the rumor is that Lana, Tamina, Zelina Vega all beat Carmella and get put. Oh, for God's sakes! Come on, come on! Come on, Cheapest. See, man, you're killing it now. Jesus. I mean, Zelina Vega, like, again, I like Zelina Vega because she was Sarita in TNA, which was good. And she's now the business associate, and I'm doing it with air quotes because we know it's more than that with Andreas C. and Almas. Lana doesn't need to be in it because Lana's just a breakdancing ravishing Russian. Tamina has been injured. She's injured prone, but I wouldn't even be surprised WWE puts even more of the screws to the last kicker, Becky Lynch. But knowing WWE, they want to continue to screw the woman that deserves the one-on-one opportunity, and that's Becky. Now from Sparky, Brian said he would love to go to Ring of Honor, and in an interview, he buried WWE, saying he doesn't trust them to continue the rivalry until WrestleMania. So, yeah, doesn't look like he's like. But again, I can tell that I can see why they're doing it. I can see why they're doing it at SummerSlam because and I did hear that they took Daniel Bryan off a couple live events, so that's another precursor that he may not be re-signing, and this easily could be his last match because I can just tell honestly, I agree with Daniel Bryan. I don't trust them to make a rivalry all the way to WrestleMania. Nobody has the time for that. If you're building the rivalry right here at SummerSlam. This is going to be Daniel Bryan's first SummerSlam since he won when he won the WWE title from Cena. So 2014, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but it's been since 2013 since we've seen Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam. And again, if he doesn't resign, he goes anywhere. If he goes to Ring of Honor, think of the matches he can have in Ring of Honor. Daniel Bryan versus Jay Lethal. Daniel Bryan versus Silas Young. Dalton Castle versus Daniel Bryan. Jonathan Gresham versus Daniel Bryan. The battle of the two submission specialists. That could be just classic. But yeah, if he buried WWE and he hasn't re-signed yet, yeah, they're gonna lose a huge opportunity in re-signing him. But if he does re-sign, I'll tell you right now, if Daniel Bryan re-signs, he better be the WWE champion by next year. That's it. If he doesn't become a WWE champion by then, he would have wasted his time staying there. Another from Cheapest Seat, I heard it from CBS Sports, ESPN, and Cage Side Seats. Yeah, that's. I'll be honest with you. I get a lot of my rumors from Cage Side Seats too because they actually do some good. They get the whole rumor roundup thing every 10 o'clock. They have a new one. I definitely do. I do definitely read those on Cage Side Seats. I haven't ordered it on ESPN or CBS, but most of my news about wrestling comes from Cage Side Seats. Cheapest Seat for sure. Sparky, Carmella versus Becky versus Charlotte versus Asuka versus Lana versus Zelina Vega versus Tamina versus Alexa Bliss, Ronda Rousey, Sasha. Oh my God. You got to also add Alicia Fox because she got to win on Monday. So you can just add Alicia Fox to that huge multiple women's whatever fatal 8-way matchup for both the Raw and SmackDown women's titles or something. And Nia Jax. And, well, she's hurt. So you can put Dana Brooke in that too. You can also put Dana Brooke in that list. Oh, Cheapest Seat. Daniel Bryan and the Bucks versus the Boys and Castle. I like that. That's the question. Would Daniel Bryan join the Bullet Club Elite? That's a great question. But if he does go to New Japan, I can see him definitely going into Chaos. I can definitely see him going to Chaos or, again, the Bullet Club Elite. The Submission Club. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, but how many submission specialists are there other than Zack Sabre Jr., Minoru Suzuki, Marty Scurll, if you want to count the chicken wing. You got to count Hiromu Takahashi with the D. But I actually like that, the Submission Club. I like that, Cheapest Seat. Well, okay, if they were going to do another group called the Submission Club, who do you have in that club with Daniel Bryan if he goes to New Japan? Yes club or no club. That'd be not bad. That would be pretty unique. But I bet you they will try to copyright yes and no. I guarantee WWE, if he does leave, they're going to try to copyright the yes chant, or the yes slogan, or the no slogan, because I just know WWE is going to do that kind of shady shit. Another one from Sparky DB to New Japan Pro Wrestling, please. Okada. Oh my God, dude. If he goes to New Japan, holy shit. It's going to be over. OVER for the WWE if Daniel Bryan goes to New Japan. Look at, like, again, the matches you're saying. Okada, which could be a classic. Tanahashi, classic. Omega, instant classic. Suzuki could be a classic. Page, classic. Naito, classic. I mean, if he's smart, he would go definitely to New Japan Pro Wrestling or Ring of Honor. If he stays in WWE, he will be exactly what Miz said on SmackDown. He'd be a charity case. Oh, he wants time. He wants a new contract so he can be a little bit more with his family. I'm sorry, you were retired for 3 years. I'm sorry. You want less time on the road? You had less time on the road when you were out for 3 years. Not your fault that you had a baby. No offense. If he goes to New Japan Pro Wrestling, I'd like to see what they do with Total Bells. I bet you just cancel it and just make it Total Cena or something. Or just make it Total Divas with no guys. Because what? John Cena's done with Nikki, which I don't much care about. And if Daniel Bryan's in New Japan, and I think New Japan has a little bit of a better schedule for him. I mean, yeah, he won't be on the road 360 plus days a year. I don't think in New Japan or Ring of Honor, and he maybe get a little bit of a rest once a month, because not every he's not going to be in every tag match. If you think about it, he won't be in tag matches. He'll be in singles matches, and singles matches only happen on some of the big pay-per-views in New Japan. So I think the work schedule for New Japan and Ring of Honor are actually good for Daniel Bryan, because his WWE stuff is like no breaks, 365 days a year, and just no rest. I would think New Japan or Ring of Honor will help him definitely with the rest period, and he can wrestle anytime he wants. And I did hear Rey Mysterio is also getting closer to getting a new deal for WWE, so it's going to be good to see Rey Mysterio back in the ring. Hopefully they'll put him on 205 Live, maybe. I wouldn't mind him in the main roster, maybe on SmackDown, maybe going after the WWE title. Rey is all in. That's true. He is all in that six-man tag. So I bet you he'll sign after All In, because they won't take that match away from the Young Bucks or Kota Ibushi and just say, we're going to put, I don't know, some other Pentagon Jr. or something. But I did hear something like a lot of people have been saying, Sparky, that it could be at All In, and I know Kenny Omega's on that card. Kenny Omega versus Pentagon Jr., which I don't know if that match has yet been official, but I've seen a lot of it. Like, people want to see that match, but that could be a classic. Pentagon Jr. versus Kenny Omega. But yeah, Rey is all in, and then he'll go to the WWE after. Makes sense. But that six-man tag with Bandito, Phoenix, and Rey against the Bucks and Ibushi is going to be a classic. Even though the build-up there's really no build-up. And I did hear, I forgot to say, Sparky, I did hear that the NWA title is now official. Now, the way they're going to do this is weird. The weird thing is with that match is Cody is putting his Ring of Honor ring on the line. That's collateral because he's not the Ring of Honor World Champion. Now, if Nick Aldis wins the match and retains his NWA World title, and Cody can win back the Ring of Honor World title, he has to give Nick Aldis a guaranteed shot at that belt. So that's how the Nick Aldis Cody match is now official because of that. So it's kind of weird. Like, that's the weirdest thing. Sparky said, I saw BT on Monday and Okada has really lost it after Dominion. What the hell is going on with these balloons? Yeah, he's the balloon maker now. If you want to say it, he's the balloon maker, Kazuchika Okada. But yeah, Okada definitely, it's almost like that switch got into his head of saying, you know what, it's not all about winning. It's all about having fun, always having a smile on his face. That's why you always see him smiling so much in in the G1. He's like having fun. Like that side of him being the IWGP champion was amazing because he whole business. Now he's all about just having a smile on his face, having good matches, and not being forced to, put on 6-star, 60-minute plus matches like he used to. But I do like the red hair, though. It just reminds me of Rufio from Peter Pan. Who does he think he is? Finn Balor? Well, I mean, he's no rock and roller. Let's be honest. He's no rock and roller. He's just the balloon and Randy. He's the balloon maker. And the one thing I like about this Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada, he always hits Rocky Romero with them, with those balloons, which is the best part of all those G1s with Okada. He always hits Rocky Romero with them all the time, which is the best part because he just wants the balloon to sell it. And then every time he tries to get a balloon from Okada, he just whaps him with the balloon, which is the best part. That's the best part with Okada with the balloons, that he hits Rocky Romero every time. That's the best part, Sparky. I don't know if you've seen some of those moments, but those are the funniest things for sure. Once again, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream this afternoon. If you're new to the channel, thank you guys for showing up. And if you have not hit that subscribe button, definitely hit that subscribe button and become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. And once again, I want to thank you guys so very much for showing up. Number from Sparky, Finn Balor is a smiley guy who wears rainbow colored clothes. How much worse can they use him? Well, knowing WWE, they could just move him to the 205 division. I mean, that's his own. I don't want to say that's as worse as you're going to get, but if they move him to 205 Live, that's rock bottom. For sure. That's for sure, Sparky. If they move him to 205 Live, it's rock bottom. I think I heard. I just saw something big. Big Cass's new name in the Indies. And okay, now, Big Cass's new name in the Indies. I mean, I'm just hoping it's Big Ass. I'm really hoping it's Big Ass. Please be Big Ass. Please be Big Ass. Please be Big Ass. Oh, this is gonna be good. All right, here we go. The new name for Big Cass in the Indies is oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen to this. His new name, Big Cass in the Indies, is Big Kaz. C-A-Z-Z. Look at that. That's his new indie name. Big Kaz. Oh my God, that sounds so stupid. I know, Sparky, I can remember like it was yesterday that he beat AJ Styles and got squashed by Kane the next night. Yeah, after Survivor Series, if I remember that right. And then the craziest thing is, Finn Balor went the longest in the Royal Rumble this year. That is in TLC. I'm sorry, TLC. I'm sorry, I got that one wrong. TLC that he beat AJ Styles at TLC. Did he? I thought he beat him at no wait. Was it TLC? Was October? Okay, yeah, I think you're right because TLC happened in October. October of last year. Okay, yeah, you're right, Sparky. It was TLC. But yeah, it's crazy that it's been that long since Finn Balor went back to that demon mode, and then the next night he loses to Kane. Stupid. That's when the wheels fell off on Finn Balor on Monday Night Raw. That you have a guy that beat AJ Styles at TLC in October of last year, and then he loses to Kane the next night, just like he did in the Rumble. He goes nearly an hour in the Royal Rumble this year, and then he doesn't win the Elimination Chamber. I'm sorry, this guy went nearly an hour. I think nearly an hour in this year's Royal Rumble, and then he didn't even win the Intercontinental title. He didn't win the Elimination Chamber match, and that tells you enough. And then Sparky's saying that they said that he would face Brock Lesnar at the Rumble. That's why he beat Styles, but then they decided he is not over. Finn Balor not over? I'm sorry. Doesn't everybody in that crowd go, oh, like everybody does that. And you're saying that he's not over? Talk about misusing a great talent, almost like what they did to Austin Aries when he wanted to go to the heavyweight division, but WWE just pegged him as a cruiserweight. I'm telling you, Finn Balor's gonna snap soon if this kind of booking continues, because they're booking him like he's not an A+ player. He's like a B+ player because he was so over in NXT, and then when he comes to the WWE, he was still over with the fans, but yet the company, a la Vince McMahon, doesn't think he's over. Just like when Vince McMahon talked about Cesaro. So he said the same thing about Cesaro, that he's not over. They don't see him as a world champion because he doesn't speak English as well as everybody. Like Vince McMahon's idea of stars is insane. He doesn't think Cesaro deserves to be the world champ, which he obviously does. And he doesn't think Finn Balor deserves to be the champion, which he obviously does. He wants guys that are genetically jacked to the max and are also sucking his dick at the same time, like Roman Reigns or John Cena. If you're not big and muscular and you don't like big sweaty men like McMahon does, then if you do like big sweaty, big genetically jacked guys, Vince McMahon will definitely make you a star. If you're just a small guy like Finn Balor or Cesaro that's done a lot of stuff in the indie circuits and have been successful, you'll never be world champ. Other than AJ Styles. AJ Styles proved a lot of people wrong when he won the title, and Kevin Owens. But again, I've said this multiple times. If when it comes to being a main eventer, you're either going to suck McMahon's dick or you're going to be just pushed to the mid card or be released and be future endeavored. Yeah, but that's his indie name. Big Cass, the guy who got fired from the WWE's Indies name, is Big Cass. Wow. Now Balor is on a Daniel Bryan Big Cass Volume 2 feud with Corbin. Yeah! Best way to describe it, Sparky. That's the perfect way to describe that. Because Big Cass did the same thing. Cass talked about Daniel Bryan's size. Constable Corbin's doing this. That is the perfect analogy for this. It's Volume 2 of Big Cass versus Daniel Bryan with Constable Corbin and Finn Balor. That's a perfect analogy, Sparky. I got to give you credit for that one. Absolutely. Big Cass. Oh my God, it sounds so stupid but funny as hell. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream today. If you're new to the channel, thank you guys for showing up on the stream this afternoon. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Super kick that subscribe button, super kick that like button. And if you're a big fan of wrestling, you'll definitely enjoy my channel. I agree with Vince. Balor isn't over. Oh my God, Sparky! Don't tell me you're sucking McMahon's dick too, are you? Please don't. Balor isn't over because he's not getting the right opponents. Like, he's getting jokes. I mean he had I know you agree. Oh, I agree with Vince. Roman isn't over. Okay, I thought you said Balor wasn't over. I think he's over. Roman isn't over. Roman is he's not even close to being over at all. Yeah, but again, oh no, wait. What do you mean, Sparky? You said I agree with Vince. Balor isn't over, or you just made a mistake and said Roman isn't over? Because Balor is over with the fans, but not with Vince. Roman is over with Vince, but not with the fans. That's a great way to that's a good way to describe Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is over with Vince McMahon because Roman sucks McMahon's dick. But Roman is not over with the fans because Roman sucks. Roman just flat out sucks, and Roman is just hated by every city in the world. I was going to say that I do, when it comes to anime, I wanted to say this again. When it comes to anime, I'm a huge My Hero Academia fan, big time. I'm a sucker for All Might, sucker for Deku, big time for. I do like Ida. I do like Ida. I do like the dude with the what's that guy's name? Looks like a crow, but his superhero name is Tsukuyomi. I like him. I like Deku's chick friend. I can't remember what her name is, but I do like her. But I'm a sucker for All Might for sure, and My Hero Academia. Got a comment from one of my great subscribers, Kane Gaming. So the Naito Ibushi is a must-win for both. Ibushi needs to win for sure, but if Naito loses, I think he's done too. Unless Omega loses to Yano. Yeah, that match is must-win for both. Easily. That is true Kane Gaming. Ibushi has to win to stay in pace, but he also has Tama Tonga. So you can see Tama Tonga actually screwing Ibushi out of the finals as well because he's part of Kenny Omega's. Well, he's not really part of the Bullet Club Elite, but he's part of Kenny Omega's Elite. But Naito loses, I think he's done. But I just do not see it happening. I mean, as much as I like Kota Ibushi, I want to see Naito get there because he only has what? He has to beat Sonata and he has to beat Zack Sabre Jr. And I know Naito is not going to lose to Zack Sabre Jr. because Zack Sabre Jr. Tapped him out at the New Japan Cup. So he'll get a revenge win there. The Ibushi match is must win. If he wins that, he controls his own destiny. Because if the Omega Ibushi match goes into a draw, I think Naito has the match, has the block one for sure. And can Omega lose the Yano? Well, like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't see it. I don't see it as crazy as it was last year with both their hands taped and their feet taped, and they're just making a joke out of it. I think Omega's going to be all-time serious in this, and I think Yano's going to try to find any trick he can think of to upset the champ. But I'm sticking with my pick of Ishii winning Kane Game, and I think Ishii makes the most sense. Ishii makes the most sense to beat Omega because they have history. And who doesn't deserve it more than Tomohiro Ishii? I know a lot of people love Ishii. I had Ishii winning the New Japan Cup this year, and surprisingly he did not win. But this could be his biggest match. And Omega's coming off hurt. You saw what Zack Sabre Jr. did to his legs. He put him in pretzels like crazy, and he still found a way to win in that matchup. But Ishii, I just think, can win that match. I think he's the only guy that can win. Does Yano have a chance? Yes, but I don't think it won't be as crazy and funny as the first meeting last year for sure. King Gaming. But I know, knowing you, you're hoping Ibushi wins so he can get that. I know Kane Gaming has been just pissed that his boy Ibushi lost to Yano. He's trying to get that bad taste in his mouth because losing to Yano is kind of embarrassing. Like, embarrassing to say the least. I can't. But Saturday's matchups are going to be big, especially because it's a three-man race in Block B. You have Omega at number 1. You have Naito at 2. Ibushi at 3. It's a three-man race in Block A and in Block B. Sparky said, I think Naito will win with a Destino. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, but I also got to remember Ibushi lost last year to Naito in the G1. So could there be a revenge win for the Golden Star? So that could also happen. But it's a tough pick. But I have to go with Naito because I want to have a winning record in the G1 this year, and I need Naito to be in the finals or Kazuchika Okada. But yeah, with Naito having Sabre, Sonata, and Ibushi left, he has a chance. If he beats Ibushi, I think he will win the block. Kenny has Ishii, Yano, and Ibushi. I would say if Yano and Ishii beat Kenny Omega, it'd be a shock. It would be a shock. And then and Ibushi has Tonga, Naito, and Omega. He's got Naito Saturday. Tama Tonga could be the wild card because I can just see Tama Tonga actually upsetting Ibushi to screw him out of the finals. So that's for sure. Number from Sparky, replying to Kane. Kane, I know the feeling you want Ibushi to win, but you see Naito's winning more like me. I want Tanahashi to win Okada, but I see Okada shining or sinning or winning. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the situation is with Tanahashi. Does he have to beat Elgin to clinch the block, or does he have to win the next 2 matches? Winning, yeah, I got you, Sparky. But I don't know what has to happen. I'm gonna definitely, somebody will definitely answer me on Twitter about what does Tanahashi have to do to win this block. I mean, does he have to beat Elgin and Okada to win, or does he just have to beat Elgin to clinch? Same thing with Okada. Does he have to? I think he has to win his next 2 matches. He beats Evil, and then he beats Tanahashi. He wins the block, I think. And then Switchblade has everything to gain and nothing to lose because he's beaten both Okada and Tanahashi. So if Switchblade can win his last 2 matches and have, I think Tanahashi and Okada lose both of their matches, that's so he Switchblade definitely has a chance, but he's having one hell of a G1 for Switchblade Jay White. Okay, Sparky said Tanahashi has 12 points, Okada 10, so Tanahashi needs to win Elgin and at least draw with Okada. So the magic number to win is what, 14? The magic number to win the block has always been what, 14 or 13. So, but I've heard a lot of people saying Elgin's going to win that match, and I even picked Elgin to beat Tanahashi because I need Okada to win the block. But so that's the scenario for Tanahashi if I'm reading that right. He has to win, he has to beat Elgin, and he has to at least draw with Okada. So and Elgin's got a torn bicep. So I wouldn't say that's a smooth win right there. But again, do not, and I repeat, do not count out Michael Elgin because I don't think Michael Elgin has had a big win yet in the G1. I mean, he didn't beat Suzuki. He lost to Yoshihashi, which is maybe the biggest loss of his career other than last year's Yano with a DQ. But Elgin has not won a big match in this G1 yet. I do not think so. So could this be the big win Elgin needs before he may be getting surgery on on his bicep? But again, Tanahashi's having an amazing run. I mean, he is having one hell of a run in the G1. And again, it would be kind of cool to see Tanahashi versus Omega, but I feel like that's kind of unfair to Tanahashi because you're facing a guy. Didn't he win Suzuki? I don't remember what. No, he lost to Suzuki. He got beat with the GSP. And that's where the injury happened to Elgin's bicep, the Suzuki match, Sparky. But he didn't win that match. He got tortured enough to get pile driven, but he didn't win that match. So let me check right now. Let me look at the G1 thing, and I can tell you what's the biggest win right now for Michael Elgin because I don't think he's had a big win, like a big win than like Yoshihashi, and that's not really a win coming from me. And another thing, if you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, definitely follow me at Red Sox Dominance. I have my individual picks for the G1 Climax for Block A and Block B almost every day. So definitely keep an eye on that. And if you're not following me on Twitter, definitely Sox dominance. Okay, let me see. Elgin's beaten Page, Fale, Evil, and that's it. So really, Evil has been his biggest win. Evil has been Elgin's biggest win. So what could be better than beating the ace of the universe, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and it could easily shake up the G1 in the Block A. Once again, I did make my picks for Block B and the G1. If you were not here earlier this afternoon, I did make my picks. My picks to win the block. The block matches on Saturday on NewJapanWorld.com are Naito to defeat Kota Ibushi. Sorry, Kane Gaming, but I gotta go with Naito. I got Ishii to upset Kenny Omega. I've got Sonata to defeat Toru Yano. I've got Goto to defeat Zack Sabre Jr. and I've got Goto to defeat Tama Tonga and Zack Sabre Jr. to defeat Juice Robinson. And that match and Saturday's matchups are in the morning. And if you're not subscribed to NewJapanWorld.com yet, what are you waiting for? You want to watch the #1 company in the world right now? Definitely subscribe to New Japan World, because WWE Network doesn't have anything that you should be going crazy about. Definitely subscribe to NewJapanWorld.com, especially in August, because the real good stuff happens in August, especially with the G1 final. And if you're not subscribed to Honor Club yet, definitely hit that up too. What's the main event? Naito versus. I think Naito and Ibushi is the main event. If I read that right, that is the main event for Saturday's B block matches, because Ishii and Kenny Omega doesn't seem like a main event. It seems like a good co-main event. It's going to be Naito and Ibushi, Sparky, on Saturday morning. And again, hope you guys are enjoying the stream this afternoon. I'll maybe stream for a couple more minutes, and I'm definitely going to rest. Got to get ready to definitely going to start getting ready to record my NXT Takeover predictions and my SummerSlam predictions. So I got to keep my voice ready to go, because I can feel myself cracking a little bit. So again, I'll be streaming for a couple more minutes, and then I'll be heading out. I want to thank all of you guys for showing up, like Sparky and Kane Gaming, the cheapest heat. Let's see, what was the other one that was this early in the morning? Philip Roberts as well. I want to thank those guys for showing up on the channel today, and all of you guys. It's been so much fun again doing these streams for you guys. Like I said, I do streams off the fly. If I feel like doing them, I'm going to do them, because on this channel, when it comes to streams on this channel, expect the unexpected. So definitely hit that notification bell so you guys know when a stream is going to come up. And, of course, subscribe to the channel. By the way, I don't know if Kane is still on. Somebody definitely show him that Okada picture. Sparky, definitely, Sparky, if you know Kane Game, and definitely show him that Professor Okada picture. I want to see what he thinks of it, because that picture was just hilarious, and it was just perfect. Did you ever like Michael Cole from Sparky? No. Surprisingly, no. I mean, I'm gonna lie there. I did like him on SmackDown when he was with Taz. That was maybe the only time I liked Michael Cole, when he was on SmackDown with Taz. His stuff with JBL was funny too in like 2006. Then he went to Monday Night Raw, and it was just downhill from there. But I've always loved Michael Cole when he was on SmackDown, like the '99 era, the late '90s, like the 2000, 2002 era. I think his match with Jerry the King Lawler was a 5-star match. Hashtag just kidding. Yeah, that match was just bad. That match at Mania was bad. That match at Over the Limit was bad. It was just stupid. That's the thing. Michael Cole is better at commentating than he is wrestling. I mean, did you see what he was wearing in that match? Some stupid looking old or high school wrestling stuff. That was just stupid. That was just dumb as hell. He's like, again, Michael Cole is not a great wrestler. And it's hard to say anything bad. Do you like Family Guy? Oh, hell yes. I haven't watched Family Guy in a long time, but I love Family Guy. So I'm a sucker for Peter, and I like Brian. I need some graham crackers, Brian. I like Brian, Stewie, Lois, Quagmire. I'm always a sucker for because he's like every adult in their every person's in their head is like Quagmire with the whole geekity. I like him. Peter bullying his daughter Megan. Yeah, Meg. Shut up, Meg. But Family Guy is one of my favorite shows. I'm a huge Simpsons fan. I've been watching The Simpsons forever. Seen all the Treehouse of Horror ones for the Halloween specials. But Family Guy's a great show. I loved American Dad. I love Bob's Burgers because that show is just great. What other shows are good? I've been watching The Walking Dead. I'm already at, I think, season 8 of The Walking Dead. I've watched Game of Thrones, which Game of Thrones is so fun to watch. I have been watching Boruto. I've been catching up with Boruto. I'm at episode 33. Rick and Morty, yes, I'm a sucker for Rick and Morty because that show is awesome. China, Illinois, if you remember that show on Adult Swim, I used to watch that a lot. Yeah, Rick and Morty is the shit. Rick and Morty is the shit. I'm just waiting for the next season. To come out so I can start watching it. I have been watching that Voltron show on Netflix, which has been great. I'm already getting ready for season 7 with the whole Shiro being gay part, which is going to be really interesting. If you do watch Voltron, the Legendary Defender on Netflix, that's a big shock that a lot of people didn't expect Shiro to be the gay one, which, again, I got a lot of respect for it, for sure. The only, in my childhood, I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. I don't know why, but I'm a sucker for Rick and Morty, too. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon are kind of my childhood, especially Pokemon, because the original crew I care about, Misty, Ash, Brock. Every other ones have been just shit, and when they replaced Ash's voice from Veronica Taylor with somebody else, I was done. And same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! has always been one of my favorite shows. I mean, I still have the cards. But the show has been that show has always been awesome. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Sparky, I did like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and 5Ds. I don't like the new one that they got out on Nicktoons. I don't know what is it called? Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. I'm just dumb, very dumb. I'll be honest with you, and I'm going to say this. I did watch Sailor Moon as a kid. Yes, I'm a guy, and I can admit that. I watched Sailor Moon when I was a kid. Watched Ultimate Muscle. If you remember that show on the 4Kids Network, Ultimate Muscle is one of my favorite shows. Another show, I'm a guy saying this, I did like Mew Mew Power, which was a great show. Fighting Foodons was another great show on 4Kids. Sonic X was a good one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sucker for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That is for sure. I was a big Leonardo fan when I was a kid. I'm still a Ninja Turtles fan. I know I like Duel Monsters. I like Duel Monsters with the Battle City tournament. Yeah, that was maybe the best stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh! With the Battle City tournament with Kaiba and the Egyptian God cards, which was fun to watch. First season was good just because it was the Duelist Kingdom with Pegasus. That was good. Then they did that little side thing with the Dungeon Dice with Duke Devlin, which was okay. Then they did the Battle City stuff, and that was the best. And then the Seal of Orichalcos was another good arc, which was good. And then the last season with them going to Egypt and going like past with the blue eyes and finding out the Pharaoh's real name. That one was okay, and that was not really my favorite season. The first 4 seasons were good. That 5th season when they fast forward to Egypt was not my favorite season. That was just me being honest about it. What else? Another show I used to watch, and I still do. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. There's a show that I loved. That was a great show. Danny Phantom was a great show. I hope they don't do a remake of that. Love DuckTales. Love Darkwing Duck. I was a sucker for Darkwing. Another from Kane Damon for Sparky. It is a situation like this that the loss against Yano hurt. Yeah, that's the shocking part. That match, like that's the only shock of the B block. Kane, I don't like Kane. You can agree with me on this. That's maybe the only biggest shock in the B block so far. Yano beating Kota Ibushi. And again, that has to sting. That has to be that terrible taste in your mouth to even say Yano beat Kota Ibushi, like, because that doesn't happen in like anywhere, and then it just happens to happen in the G1. I mean, again, Yano wasn't so fair play. Yeah, exactly, because that fair play thing it works, but then when he started getting pinned by his style of tactics, he had to go back to being no fair play. Another show I used to watch. I watched Doug when I was a kid. I loved Doug. Loved the Rugrats. Loved the Wild Thornberries. Hey Arnold, another great show. Let's see what else. I'm a sucker for Gundam, like the mecha animes, like Gundam. The only one I care about a lot was SpongeBob. Yeah, like maybe the early SpongeBob's, not the latest ones. I couldn't care less about them. Like Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blood Orphans is one of my favorites. Maybe the best opening theme from Men on Ambition, the same group that does the G1 Climax opening this year. I'm a sucker for Naruto Shippuden, Bleach, One Piece, Boruto once again. Bobo, if you remember that show. Last Chance U on Netflix. I definitely got to watch the third season of that. Let me know if you guys seen Last Chance U for football fans. Now from Sparky. I love Naruto, but I'm not so into Boruto. It's hard to go from Naruto Shippuden to now his kids. Like that again, I had that same problem too, because I've always been used to like Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and the crew. But now with their kids, it also like gives us a little bit more of a backstory of like how he feels about his dad, which it's funny because he's just like Naruto in a sense. He wants to be, what's the worst way you could say this? That Naruto is more like now the father figure that he wanted Minato to be. But Minato wasn't there. Now he's becoming that father figure. Also, let's not forget Dragon Ball Z. Yes, I got 4 seasons of Dragon Ball Z. I'll even show you right now. I'll even show you. Give me a second, guys. Here's the first season of Dragon Ball Z I got. Season 1. And let me show you season 2. Here is season 2 of Dragon Ball Z, the complete second season. Get that in a second. Sorry about that. Here's the complete third season of Dragon Ball Z that I got, and season 4 of Dragon Ball Z. I haven't found the other ones, but I always say the first 2 seasons were the first 3 seasons was the greatest. 4, 5, 6, and 7 were also good as well. But the one thing I haven't watched, Sparky, is Dragon Ball Super. I've only watched a couple episodes of Dragon Ball Super, but I'm definitely going to catch up with that for sure if I can just binge watch it. Not a fan of Dragon Ball GT. Just wasn't a fan of that. Having Goku be a kid again and the whole baby saga was just meh. Just not me. But I have watched a little bit of Dragon Ball Super, but I'm going to definitely try to catch up with that as soon as I can. Now, if you are enjoying the stream today, definitely hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, definitely super kick that subscribe button or even Kamigoy that subscribe button and become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. One Punch Man, yes. Big fan of One Punch Man. I'm waiting for the second season of that. That show is just amazing. Saitama is just the shit. Just the whole, okay, like, you know, it's just, I love that show. One Punch Man's a great show. Tokyo Ghoul's a good show. I've watched the first season of Tokyo Ghoul. High School of the Dead, I've watched the first season of. What else? Oh, man, there's so many. Saitama, Goku, or Kaneki. Oh, Kaneki. Kaneki is what's it? Kaneki is I keep thinking Tokyo Ghoul. Why do I have a funny feeling that's Tokyo Ghoul? Let me check. It's Tokyo Ghoul. I haven't watched Tokyo Ghoul in like ages. Kaneki. Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul. Okay, it is Tokyo Ghoul. If I had to choose between Saitama, Goku, or Kaneki, I would go with Goku. I mean, Super Saiyan God, all the different Super Saiyan sides of him. I'd definitely go Goku. But again, I can also say Saitama because if he just has one opportunity, he'll just one punch you or one punch. Kaneki's more like, I don't know, like Kaneki's. I was not like a big fan of Kaneki in Tokyo Ghoul. I'll be honest with you guys. Favorite One Piece character? Oh man, Boa Hancock. Because I mean, look at Boa Hancock. Are you kidding me? Nico Robin, Luffy, Zoro, Nami. I'm not a big fan of Chopper. Not a big fan. I like Usopp. I do like Usopp. I do like Trafalgar Law, the new pirates. I like the guy with the power of magnetism. The one of the new pirates. Sparky, One Punch Man reminds me of Roman Reigns' Superman. You mean the Super Duper Man punch? Yeah, does kind of have a reminder to him, but he doesn't KO somebody immediately. He has to go Superman punch and then a spear, and one spear means like 1, 2, 3. But favorite again, One Piece is one of my. I'm only on episode I think 575 English dubbed. I don't watch the sub version of One Piece, which I should, but I just don't feel like watching all of them in sub. But One Piece is one of my favorites, and I can't wait to talk about Kairi Sane when it comes to One Piece because I always say that her goal is to become Queen of the Pirates because Luffy is trying to be King of the Pirates, and it makes the most sense with her because she's an anime type. Give me 1 second, guys. I like exited out of my tabs when I should have just made that simple. Yeah, but I totally agree with you, Sparky. One Punch Man reminds me of Roman Reigns too with that Super Duper Man punch. If that was his only move. Number from Sparky. Still remember Cena Reigns. Cena used 5 AAs. Roman kicked out. Roman 2 spears, he won. Yeah, because that's how he does. He takes every type of punishment, like 5 F5s or 3 attitude adjustments or 5 AAs. He always kicks out, but when it comes to 1 spear, it's 1, 2, 3 with him. It's just the booking, just a bullshit booking they're putting Roman Reigns through. And also, I'm a sucker for Luffy and Zoro. I mean, Luffy's the shit. Luffy is legit the shit. I mean, with that power, the gum power, which is awesome, and Zoro with the 3 sword style, and him being trained by Hawkeye Mihawk. That's the stuff. But I'm also a sucker for Sanji. I like Sanji because he's like smooth talking, goes crazy for Nami and Nico Robin, which is like every guy would do that. Like myself, I just go crazy when I see Nico and Nami or Boa Hancock. Those are like the chits. No, Joe and Strowman kick out of the F5, but Roman kicked out of 5. There's your booking to make him look like the big dog with kicking out of 5 F5s. And as always, as Brock Lesnar would say, motherfucker. Like, as soon as he kicked out, I'm like, motherfucker. But yeah, that's just telling you how much they love Roman Reigns in the WWE. Because if you can kick out of 5 F5s, they make you the big dog. Again, hope you guys are enjoying the stream this afternoon. I may be going in a couple minutes to relax. And again, thank you guys again for showing up on the stream, each and every one of you, from Kane Gaming to the Cheapest Heat to Sparky, keeping me busy, and Philip Roberts as well. So again, thank you guys so very much for showing up on the stream today. And Sparky, again, you need to say it like Michael Cole, the big dog. I can never do it. I'm not good at saying it like that. Like, here comes the big dog. I can't do it like him. I definitely can't do it like him, Sparky. He does it good because he must be sucking Roman's dick too, just like Roman is sucking McMahon's dick. And the way he says it's boss time, like, it's like, just shoot me in the head. Just shoot me in the head. I can do the whole ooh ah thing. I can do that. That's pretty easy to do. But the way he does it, he goes like with the big dog, like. By the way, I hope all you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. Especially it's October. It's August. I almost said October there. It's finally August, going into the summer of Dangerously with 2 big videos coming up in 2 weeks. So definitely be sure to watch those videos. Super kick the like button and voice your opinions in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel for even more big videos. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank all the commenters for making this afternoon a very eventful afternoon. I want to thank guys. I want to thank my good friend Sparky, Kane Gaming, The Cheapest Heat, and Robert for showing up on the channel. Oh no, Philip, who said Robert his last name. I want to thank guys like Philip Roberts, Kane Gaming, The Cheapest Heat, and Sparky for all the questions and all the questions and their opinions. Again, thank you guys so very much for watching the stream, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks for my SummerSlam predictions and my NXT TakeOver Brooklyn predictions. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys soon. Later days, guys, and peace.